All right, what's up, y'all? It's a little dark back here. I'm back here in the back, and we're gonna start uncovering. I'm gonna set y'all down for this first little snap uncovering. This first little snap uncovering, child. I ain't gonna lie, it gets a little bit, you know, I be wanting to see. I hesitate to say anxious or nervous. Nobody wants to lose their stuff, but I don't want to make like I'm panicking, because I ain't panicking. You know, it's bad if you lose something, your trees, your stuff you work hard for, but hell, it ain't the end of the world. It's a way for you to, you know, you learn. Just make sure you learn a lesson. That's all I can say. Whatever you did, if it didn't work, make a mental note and say, damn it, don't do that no more. You know, that's what you have to do. So I had stuff holding stuff down, and I got 3 layers of stuff over this. So for y'all that don't remember, don't know, this is where my most tender stuff was. Jamaican cherry, Barbados cherry, guavas. I wasn't trying to say the turmeric. Turmeric is over here. I wasn't trying to say that. Butterfly, the pleurisy root, the butterfly weed, all that was over here, okay? So, and you see the figs over here, but I didn't cover the figs. I'm pretty good about my figs. The roots don't freeze. Have I ever had stuff freeze all the way back down to the ground? Yes. But you know, wait on your trees. Once again, let me tell y'all, if you catch, let me see, try to show you. If you catch this tree down here and you pull on it and it slip up out of there, it's gone. You know, if all the roots have rotted off, it's gone. Sometime it will get cold enough and your figs will freeze all the way down to the ground, but 9 times out of 10 the roots don't freeze. But let me say this, if you have, and Aisha, this for you, because you said you lost a tree one time in a pot outside. If that happened to you, I don't think it was nothing that you did. I think that tree just wasn't that great from jump. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes that's the case, y'all. Sometimes you have to understand it's not you or what you did, because look at all the different varieties of figs I have, and I don't cover them. Have I ever lost figs? Hell yeah, I done lost them. I've you know, I ain't gonna lie, one time I killed some figs, forgot to water them, forgot for too long, and killed them. So in that case, it was me. But sometime in the case of these figs, well, they're desert plants to begin with. The desert does get snow, y'all. If you think I'm lying, ask anybody in New Mexico, Arizona, any of these places. Now, certain parts of the desert, like Southern California, even though I know y'all don't think that's a desert, it is. They don't get snow, but it is parts of the desert that get snow. I think Tucson, Arizona gets snow too. I believe that's the desert as well. So Utah, they get snow. That's the desert. So these plants, figs, they're very tough, they're very rigorous. You can lose them, but sometimes you just had some inferior stock, you know, to start out with, or maybe you had something else going on. You never know, you know, so, you know. But ultimately, your figs should be able to take the cold. Now, let me say this. When I say cold, I ain't talking about Chicago cold. See, that's why they make a fig for y'all called Chicago Hardy, because that kind of cold y'all got, y'all in Detroit and Colorado and stuff, that stuff, I don't even see how people live in them places, y'all. I mean, y'all some strong people, because I can't hardly take it. I had to put on 2 shirts, and I'm pissed. You know. Y'all have some months where y'all can't even go outdoors, because you're liable to get, see, my friend, so my best friend live in Chicago. Child, she called me one day, she said, girl, yeah, because it's a warning about getting frostbitten. They telling people that if they don't have to go outside, try not to go outside, because you're liable to get frostbitten. See, that's too much for me. That's too much for me. It's extremely too much for me. I don't believe black folk ought to be living in places like that. But they do, so, you know, more power to them. More power to them. I can't handle it. I ain't built like that. I ain't built like that. All right, y'all. So I had a piece of foam there that I had found. All right, get that over there. I had that piece of foam because that foam is so thick. I was hoping it would insulate at least some. Because the main thing I was worried about is my Barbados cherry. I got 2 of them up under here, but I got 1 in the greenhouse. So if I lost them, I got 1 in the greenhouse, and I learned my lesson, and that was a $40 lesson. But we're gonna see. All right, y'all. Let's survey the damage. I knew I was gonna have some. Them damn bees. Let me tell you something. These old green, these steak things, as far as I'm concerned, it's glorified garbage. I start putting these things in the ground and all of them start snapping. I mean, I had never witnessed so much snapping. Oh, they ain't looking the best, but the bark is there. The bark is there. I had a sheet over, and this is where I'm scared of this here. I believe it's all the way dead. Ooh, no it ain't. I cannot believe that sucker made it. I can't believe. So I had a bucket over there. Nah, you know what, y'all? I think I'm all right. This right here look good. Now, don't get me wrong. It's some damage. And when y'all have your stuff, make sure you're doing the scratch test. I've seen some newer gardeners. Y'all be out there talking about, I don't know if it's a lie or what. I don't. Scratch test. And if you don't know what the scratch test is, let me show you. Okay, so here's a guava. I'm not too concerned about these guavas. I have had them to lose their leaves. But scratch it. You can't see that good. But when you scratch it, it should be green. I'm gonna do it on this feed. But you just scratch with your fingernail. Y'all see that green, that little spot? And sometimes you have to scratch. You may scratch and it's green now. Come back in a week and scratch again. And scratch again and scratch. I'll be damned if some of this stuff didn't make it. Some of this damn butterfly, I cannot believe. I thought this shit, oh, excuse me. I thought this was supposed to be tender. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take all them leaves off. And I'm gonna rip the top out of that. This, y'all, this is pleurisy root. So, Native Americans use that. When you have pleurisy, you have lung problem, you use that pleurisy root. I'm gonna be honest and tell you, I don't quite know how to do it. But I be growing it, cause just in case, hell, if I can't breathe one day, maybe I come out here and gnaw on this mess and it'll revive me. But long story short, it make a pretty flower. The butterflies love it. So it gives something for the butterflies to eat. So I try to be careful with that. Let me say this, be careful with how much stuff you got in your garden that butterflies eat. Because a lot of those worms that you see, especially those worms on your brassicas, those tomato horn worms, y'all, all of that stuff you have to pay attention to what stuff turn into. All that stuff turn into a moth or a butterfly. If it turn into a moth or a butterfly, Hello, them butterflies go around, they eat, they eat, they eat. Then they go get on your stuff and lay their babies, and their babies eat up all your stuff. Y'all have to, you know, really be paying attention and understand. I know you said, well, I got into this to garden. I didn't get into this to know the life cycles of animals. I know, so did I. But when that stuff go to eating up your stuff, you want a better understanding, don't you? Just like if you keep going on your job and your friend keep getting a raise and you don't get no raise and she don't work, but you do all the work, don't you want some kind of understanding? All right then. Because you need to know why you getting screwed over and why she ain't. So, and y'all see I'm just tearing those leaves off and throwing them down. Tearing them off and throwing them down. Because all that's going to break back down in there. Okay? Let me see this. Yeah, these Barbados cherries, where I'm scratching at, they green, y'all. They green. So I'm going to be watching the Barbados cherries real close. And I'm going to watch the guavas. I'm not too worried about this damage on the guavas like this. These leaves. So let me say this. I'm not saying guavas can take all the cold in the world. Also, when you see peel and bark on your guavas, they do that. So that's not automatically a sign that it's hurt or that it won't make it or anything like that. Guavas just do that. And everywhere I'm scratching, y'all, it don't matter where I scratch, it's nice and green. So it's been a warm up, and I anticipate maybe, you know, seeing this look a little better. Oh Lord, y'all, that's not the guava I'm tearing up. And like I said, some of this Barbados cherry, yes, like these leaves, you see how they coming off real easy. I'm just barely touching them and they coming off. But some of the leaves are fine, they're okay. These are coming off. I'm trying to get where I can show y'all some leaves. See, those are damaged. But like I said, just because your leaves come off does not mean, because see, this was down in towards the middle and this looks fine with the exception of whatever chewed that up. But y'all know I had some chewing going on these things, so I think they're gonna be okay. And I showed this was a $25. This would have been a $25 lesson. Now homeboy ain't looking the best, but he's a fast grower. If we go back into some freezing again, I may dig him up. Because that's about my fourth one I've had. And every time I try to get them through the winter, and I can't. They die. I do something wrong or whatever, and they die. So, y'all don't think that I don't mess up. I do. I just have sense enough to show y'all to mess up. When people won't show you when they messing up, that's a sign. That's a sign. I'm so serious, that's a sign. And some of y'all, I know y'all think I'm crazy. Y'all ain't gonna believe that. When a person won't show you, when a person show you starting something and they won't come back and show you the results later on, that's a sign. That's a sign. And quite frankly, you don't need to be watching them. You need to cease watching those people. Because they trying to scam you. Maybe that's what I can put that peach in. I don't know. Y'all, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put some trees at. I got trees. I want to put all these figs in the ground while they ain't got no leaves. Okay, we good on this. We good on this, yeah. Look here. Didn't even lose my fruit. Didn't even lose my fruit. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about there. I believe I got them citrus down. I believe I got that to a sign. Yep, we good over here too. Homie a little bowed down, a little bit, you know. Homie a little misshapen, but he'll straighten out and reach toward the sun. Y'all look at my kumquat. My fruit didn't even come out. All my little four kumquats still on there. So I'm gonna be able to eat them. I'm gonna be able to eat them. Okay. Anything down through there? Nope. Y'all, this is exciting. Now that I done got past where I don't believe I done killed my... Y'all, these bananas ain't gonna be exciting. I forgot I had put some more plastic on them. Maybe they'll be all right. Y'all, I thought they were dead down to the ground. But I peeped under there. And it was just the leaves was gone. The stem. So on bananas, let me explain this to you for the people that don't know. So bananas are not a real tree. They are a plant. They don't, so the trunk of a tree is a true stem. It's an actual stem. Since bananas are not true trees and they technically are in the grass family, so it's corn, so it's sugarcane, so it's sorghum. Since they are in the grass family, they have what's called a pseudostem. So pseudo meaning false. So that's what you want to keep alive. If all your leaves die back, it don't matter. Long as your pseudostem is still intact, that tree won't start over from the ground. Now, unless your ground freeze, it's hard to get bananas to die. They'll come back from the roots over and over and over again. But as long as that pseudostem is there, you should be okay. But mine look gone now. I don't know. They feel gone. Yep, that one's gone. That one's gone. I don't know about this one. This was the biggest one. But when I checked them before that 14, it was gone. I've got to figure out something with those bananas. I've had those bananas for going on 3 or 4 years. And I ain't been nowhere near close to getting bananas. Because once again, this is why bananas do so good in the tropics. It never gets cold enough for them to freeze. And bananas don't make in one season, y'all. It takes a tree about a year before it put bananas on it. So I have to figure out how to get these through the cold. At least the pseudostem, at the very least. I ain't too much worried. They'll come up from the roots. It ain't like I lost my money completely, but I'm tired of starting over from scratch. It gets old real fast. So I put these lids over that citrus there. And it's got a little leaf curl, but it's still good. It's still good. And y'all use whatever you got. Anything plastic that you can set down over your plant. Look at that. I put that bucket over those 2 plants. You see that's still there? These some little bitty, I forget what that is. These some citrus I started from seed, y'all, but I got to do better. I got to get these citrus to get nice and big for me. These two, y'all. Turn y'all where y'all can see. Got a little leaf curl. But these 2 citrus, they're fine. They're fine. Okay? I'm gonna cut that longevity spinach back. Let's uncover these. These are my biggest ones. I think these are the which ones have I had? Woo! Caught y'all. I can't remember which ones I've had longest. Cause I got the seeds kind of close together actually. And these, some of them is calamanders. I ain't got them labeled. And some of them is a lemon. It's like a Meyer lemon. All right, those are good. After the other citrus over there, I kind of felt like these would be okay. They're a little bowed down, but you see how tall this is? Wait a minute, y'all can't see on them. See how tall that is? I've got to get those other ones to do like this one. This one's pretty tall too. It's leaning over, but it'll straighten up. And I had some onions and some leeks in there. I wasn't worried about that. Those are fine. Ooh, I'm not looking forward to clean this yard up, all these cloths and all this stuff, but I want to get that stuff picked up because all that rain, I don't want them to get rained on. Ain't nobody got time to be dealing with all the wet fabric and stuff. There's too much on. Oh, it look good with this pile burnt down back here. Add something to it. Forever stuff falling. Y'all see my little charcoal pile right here? That little black spot. I gotta get all that charcoal up from there. So now let's talk about greenhouses and greenhouses in the cold. If you're gonna have a heater in your greenhouse, make sure you pay attention. And make sure that you let me feel this too full. Uh-oh. make sure that you make sure your stuff is plugged in and working. Cause I had a slight mishap. Child, I thought my stuff was plugged in and working. Oh, it feels good up in here. I thought my stuff was plugged in and working, y'all. Full of S. Now, my Cuban oregano and stuff, it ain't all the way gone. I checked it the other day. It down by the stem, down here, I think it's still living. Jesus. Yeah, I think this is still living. Down. And this smells so good, even though it's just, I mean, I could have just cussed. Ain't no coulda cussed, I did cuss. Y'all see how my pigeon peas weeping, looking crazy? It didn't kill them. But you know, like I said, if I could just, like I said, if I had been paying attention, I'd be doggone. All my little tomato cuttings. Y'all remember all that work I did? Now the potatoes I ain't too much worried about, because I think the potatoes, yeah, beneath the soil, they all right. Yeah, down by the soil, they all right. They probably gonna sprout some new growth. So I ain't worried about the potatoes. I think them the only tomato cuttings that made. All the rest of these cuttings, look at the fig. But the fig wanted to go to sleep anyhow. So I'm not too much worried about the figs and mulberries too. They wanted to go to sleep anyhow. Guava cheese, they go to sleep as well. They are deciduous. Let me say this. So many people. Oh Lord, y'all probably looking right at. Look at my pigeon pig. Look how they look like they crying. And like I said, the stems are probably fine. They'll probably just grow out new leaves and pay this no attention. This is better than I've ever done with pigeon peas, so I'm not gonna clown too bad. But y'all, there are my peas I'm gonna plant in the front. There go my onion. Look at the catnip. The catnip didn't better now. Didn't better now. Let's check on our slips. Remember the slips? Let's check on our slips. Cause I ain't really looked in here. Uh-oh. Do I see any new roots? Yeah, I do. I see a couple of little roots, but I didn't expect them to do a whole lot. I'm gonna leave that top off of them now. I think they'll be okay. I still may go and put them, I may put them in a bucket with a little water at the bottom. Stand them up where each one can have one end and some water. But it feels good up in here though, y'all. Make sure my thermostat working. Yeah, child, I thought, see this here, my thermostat. I got it set at 50 degrees. And when it get, well, I had it set at 40. I really just wanted to keep it above freezing. But see, it went to 49.8. See where it say work? Now my heat on. Child, this stuff was plugged in. But the heater, like this plug here, child, I don't know what was going on. But the heater wasn't coming on. So this was signaling the power for it to come on. This so your heater don't run 24/7. It was signaling for the power to come on, for my heater to come on. Lord, and my heater wasn't on. And that happened on that coldest night. But testament to the greenhouse and the new plastic, because any other time I might have would have attempted that. Child, please. Just cancel it. Just cancel it, because that wouldn't have worked out. But y'all, later on today, I'm gonna start some seeds, and I like to bring y'all out here with me, so we can start seeds together. I'm gonna go ahead and get started early. What I'm finna do right now is go back up here to the front. I got some green glazed collards. I got some seeds back in this greenhouse that I saved. some brassicas. I don't know what they is because I ain't labeled. But I'm finna throw them down. Whatever come up, come up. Where them seeds at? Here they are. And here they are. Oh, them bitches in. Okay, anyway. So yeah, I got 2 little sacks. These are seeds that I saved myself. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I gotta pick up some stuff. I'm kicking stuff, tripping over stuff. Too much going on. Too much in my life. So I got these, but I got some green glazed collards. And I got several other brassicas that I'm gonna throw down in those blank spots. And I'm not gonna show me doing that because all I'm gonna do is sprinkle. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. That's all I'm gonna do, okay? Those seeds. And then I'm gonna let this rain them in. I may take y'all along when I plant those peas up in the front, but I don't know. We're gonna see. Cause sometimes I get rolling and I have to get rolling and be able to just do. Oh, we got one more thing uncovered. Why y'all ain't tell me? Why y'all ain't tell me about the shine? Okay, that look fabulous. Okay, and let me say this. I'm unsure. I don't think this is a kumquat no more. I'm gonna show y'all why. Don't this look the same? I think that's privet that got in there. I'm almost positive. Because of the way the bark look. And the way it's growing too. That's privet. God, wait. See, this why you can't really fool with that privet. Look at them roots. All them roots. That little bitty plant. Taking up all them resources. But anyway, cilantro made it. Strawberries. Some of these are false strawberries. I've been pulling the false strawberries out. Did these make it? Did this one make it? We're gonna find out. How many cilantros? I see another one. The cilantros, I'm trying my best to let them go to seed so I can get some more seeds. Man, cilantro seeds, they kind of finicky a little bit. So I'm probably gonna really just harvest off of them, eat that little cilantro and let it grow back, because I know it'll grow back nice now that we finna get all this rain and not super warm temps, but good temps for cilantro. But that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all going along with me. Stay with me. We still got stuff to do. I got to clean up this yard. I ain't gonna take y'all along for that. But till next time, see you guys later.